One question I have of that commission is, when the hell are we going to get some service? My son is 44 years old. He's a hemiplegic and a partial quadriplegic. We get 3 hours of support. 3 hours. I am only one of many, many, many aging parents.
We currently have a wait list of over 20,000 people in Ontario with developmental disability awaiting services. A list that will only continue to go bigger without a funding increase. A list that often, sadly, is referred to as the death list.
Cuts to the mental health facilities have forced the individuals that require psychiatric care into the correctional system instead. Many of these facilities, such as Yelga Middlesex Detention Centre, are extremely overcrowded, forcing inmates to live in conditions that are illegal to house animals in. The detention center is built originally for 150. We house over 400 inmates.
I had paid into the system for 25 years. My husband served in the military for 5 years and spent many years with public service. I get $700 and change, almost $800 a month for my pension.
What happens to people who don't have those kinds of family supports? How do they manage?
There are people that, don't have the abilities to speak up, don't have the support system, don't have the verbal skills, and I'm here to speak on their behalf as well.
I work for a company that practically prints the money to do this. I work for the LCBO, and I have for 25 years. So the LCBO not only generates a lot of money for public services, but also tempers that with a social responsibility mandate. But that's why it needs to stay public. We need to be able to fund all these services in the community. And it's money that's being generated anyway. It's not like we have to create something else to find this money. It's there.
And more the jobs that are coming to surface under the so-called job creation plan are part-time, non-union, low-wage service industry positions that are precarious and are not meaningful employment for people like myself, young faces who are educated, who have the skills to contribute to society.
There's not one study that we could find here in Canada or internationally, not one study that supports the argument that tax breaks for the wealthy or tax breaks for corporation create new jobs, create more jobs. There simply isn't any evidence.
We're one of the last welfare states, a stronghold. Of course, there's the Scandinavian countries, but we are a welfare state. That means that we take care of the welfare of our citizens through public infrastructure. And as the stories we're hearing tonight, it's very clear it's been breaking down.
We have been on a waiting list for 15 years. If that was a contract that we had with a company, we could sue them. What do we do when it's the province and they keep changing governments and they keep changing plans? What are we supposed to do? Can you tell me?